Are you a native English speaker? Do you speak English fluently? Would you like to travel overseas? You can teach and live abroad with a TEFL TESOL certificate. TEFL and TESOL are basically the same thing, and both the certificates allow you to teach English all over the world to people that want to learn English. You can take an in-class course at one of our exciting locations worldwide, or you can complete a course online from wherever in the world you happen to be. ITTT has been in business since 1997 and graduates more than 8,000 students each year. Thousands of people like you are teaching and living abroad thanks to a TEFL TESOL certificate. What are you waiting for? Add a TEFL and TESOL certificate to your resume or CV. You could be teaching and living abroad in just a few weeks from now.
Hi guys, Linda here from ITTT, back this week with another live session. Happy March, everybody. It is the first live session in March, which means we are doing a TEFL Q&A. So where is it? Yeah, there we go. TEFL TESOL live Q&A. Let's have a chat. You guys can ask me your questions. All about TEFL, TESOL, teaching English abroad, online, our different course options, everything that you're curious about when it comes to TEFL and TESOL. So yeah, that's what we're going to do today. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss any of our upcoming live sessions. We go live every week. And this week we're actually a day early. So normally it would happen on Friday morning for me because I'm in South Korea, Thursday evening for a lot of you guys, or very early Friday morning, depending on where you are watching from. So we are a day early than normal, but I hope you guys are here. You can see me, you can hear me. If you're here, and you are participating today, just say hi in the comment section. I would really, really, really appreciate that. Just let me know where you're watching from today. Where are you right now? What time is it there? What's your name? Let me know. I can see how many people are watching, but I can't see, obviously, who is watching unless you leave a comment. And of course, I'm also going to be taking your questions through the comment section. So that's what we're going to do today. Just a quick introduction who I am. So let me make this bigger. My name is Linda. I'm a travel writer and content creator and language teacher. I have my own website at lindagoeseast.com. And I've been living in Asia for pretty much 10 years. It's 10 years now. So I've been in Korea for almost 8 years. And before that, I also lived in China and I taught English in China. And I'm also teaching English in Korea. And I'm originally from Germany and the US. My mom is German. My dad is American. And I also work for ITTT, obviously. So I'm also a TEFL and TESOL expert for ITTT, which stands for International TEFL and TESOL Training. And you can find us at teflcourse.net. And ITTT is a leading TEFL and TESOL course provider worldwide. And I did expert like this because obviously I don't know everything. And I know a lot about the topic, obviously. That's why I'm here, because I have been teaching English abroad for so many years. And I also have a lot of friends who are teaching English abroad for many years. And I work obviously for ITTT, but obviously I do not know everything. So it's kind of sometimes weird to call myself an expert, but I guess you could say expert. So anyway, there we go. And we also have a 30% off opportunity. So if you are new to TEFL, TESOL, and you are not yet TEFL or TESOL certified, now is actually a great time to do so because I have a 30% off code for you. And what you can do is you can either scan this QR code right here, or I also have a link that you can copy paste and get 30% off that way. So I'm going to share that now with you in the comment section. It looks like this. It ends with FB Live minus Linda. So you just copy paste this link. It will lead you to the application page. You fill out an application. Totally no commitment there. So you can just fill this out and then pay whenever you are ready, of course. So, but just know, or you can save this code for later after you know which course you want to take, and then you apply via this link and you get 30% off. That also works. There is no pressure there. So just wanted to put that out there. And yeah, guys, let me know, where are you watching from today? Where are you at? What time is it there? What's your name? Are you TEFL certified, TESOL certified, or are you completely new to this? Let me know. And then also, if you have a question, let me know. What's your question about TEFL, TESOL? I'm sure many of you guys are here because you have a lot of questions, and it's a big step, right? Moving abroad to teach English, or just starting to teach English online. It's a big deal. There are a lot of things to consider. I know I have been there. I taught English abroad in China, like I said, and also in Korea. I have a lot of students. And I also started teaching English online in 2020 during the pandemic. So I learned a lot about teaching English online as well. I actually, before the pandemic, I never thought about teaching English online. It was never on my mind. I really enjoyed just in-person teaching. And now I really, really like teaching English online. I really don't want to give that up. It's a convenient, for me, it's a convenient side hustle. It's so convenient to do it from home. So that's why I also love it. But it could also be a full-time career, of course. So let me know where you're watching from today. I hope the comments are coming through. I don't see any comments yet, but hey, that's fine. It's still early for me here too. Maybe we all just need a sip of coffee and kind of settle in. You can also grab some snacks. We can do that. Oh yeah, that's so good. So good. Awesome. Okay, here we go. Comments are coming in. Thank you, guys. I was worried there for a second. We have Olga here. Hi, Olga. I'm from Ukraine and I would like to do this course. I don't know where to start. I worked as an English teacher online in Ukraine. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, great place to start, because I don't know if you tuned in late or not, but I just shared this link in the comments. So Olga, oh, I see you're on YouTube. On YouTube, you can also see this link. Copy paste this link and then you get 30% off our courses. And I'll tell you in a second which course I think might be best for you, okay? Let me just say hello to Daniela. Hi, Daniela. I'm doing very well. How about you? How is Venezuela? How is it going? Awesome. Okay, Olga, I'm going to show you, and I have to go through the slides a little bit here to get to the correct slide that I want. And I want to show Olga our course options. So do you think, Olga, you want to continue teaching online, or do you want to go abroad? So because, where is it? Here. So these are actually the two courses I would recommend to Olga and anybody who's starting out. And we have also Amitava here. Hi, Amitava. How are you doing? Thanks for joining us. Okay, how much does it cost? Do you mean, or how long does it take to finish the online teaching course? Online. Okay, so Daniela and Olga, I'm going to talk to both of you about this online course. So this would be the one here in purple, and let me just make myself smaller again, and I'm going to get rid of this banner too. So the yellow course here is the 120-hour TEFL TESOL course. This is the most popular one for teaching English abroad or online as well. It's the standard course. Most people who are new to this, they get 120 hours because you want to have at least 100 hours of training for teaching English abroad or online. So that's why this is the standard one. And as you can see, it on the website, the price is $249, but with today's code, the 30% off code, it is actually $174. So you save quite a bit, right? And then if you're interested in teaching English online, I would specifically recommend this purple option here, which is the 170-hour TEFL TESOL course. And as you can see, it says with specialization, teaching English online, the TEO course. So this course combines the 120-hour course, the yellow one that you see here, with our 50-hour specialized course in teaching English online. So this is a popular option, and it provides the perfect start for anyone who wants the skills to teach in both the traditional classroom and the virtual classroom. And this course is $299 on the website, but with today's link that I shared with you guys, it is only $209. So Olga and Daniela, this would be a great course for you guys if you want to teach English online. I recommend it. 170 hours. And let me get the link directly to this course for you on our website. So let me see. Here we go. And I'm going to send it to you with the discounted link at the end as well. Give me just a second to add this discount to the link for you. So here we go, sharing it with you now. So click on that, and then you can read more information about the 170-hour course, but this one is really good. And I also took this course. Well, so I took the 120-hour course in 2014, already a long time ago. 2014, when I knew I wanted to teach English abroad. And then this TEO, Teaching English Online Specialization, actually came out, I think it was 2019 or 2020. So it's newer, one of our newer courses still. And I took that one as well as a specialization. So you can also do that. When you are already certified with the 120-hour course, you can just do a top up. Just do the 50-hour online TEO, Teaching English Online course as well. If you already have the standard TEFL certificate, you can also do that. Then we have also Victor here. Hi, Victor. Hi, guys. God bless you. Greetings from Venezuela. Teacher Colibert. Nice. Daniela, a fellow Venezuelan here. Awesome. That's great. Cool. Okay, nice. So Olga, Daniela, check this out. I think this option would be just perfect for you for teaching English online. And I think, do we also have a slide for teaching English online? And then maybe, I'm not sure, Daniela, I think you also asked how long it takes to complete the course. So this is an example of how long it takes to complete the 120-hour course. So you would choose your TEFL course, and this is kind of similar for all of the courses. So you pick the course, you pay for it, and then you get your login credentials, and you can log in right away. You can start right away, and you have 6 months to complete this course. And I believe with the online teaching one, with the 170-hour one, I think you have 6 months for the 120-hour portion, and then another 6 months for the other portion, I believe. So you even have with that one up to 1 year to finish it. And then you would just work through the units, and you can, I believe, complete 2 units, no more than 2 units or 3 units a day, because we don't want you guys to do too much, too fast, because we really want you to work through it, retain the information, really with a purpose, work through the units with a purpose. That's why we put this cap on it. And then you can finish it quite fast, actually. So if you do, this course has 20 units. If you do 20 units, if you do 2 units a day, you could finish it in 10 days. And then the 50-hour course has, I believe, 8 units. So it is quite fast. You can do it quite fast, but I recommend taking your time. Don't go too fast. You really want to get that information in your head first, right? It takes some time, depending on what kind of a learner you are. Definitely for me, I need more time. I needed about, and I was already working at the time, so I was working full time, and I took the course, so it took me between 3 and 4 months to complete the 120-hour course. So I didn't do it every day. I did like a couple of units a week. So that's also an option. Okay, so that is the online course and the how long it takes to complete the 120-hour course. Good stuff. And these are the specializations, like I mentioned before. So we have teaching English online, young learners, business English, that you can add on to that. And these are really great. I actually have all 3 of those because they're just great to have. So yeah, really, really good to have. And you can buy the bundles here. Just wanted to mention that. So for example, the 170-hour that I just recommended to Olga and Daniela is actually one of the bundles. It has 2 parts. So part 1 here, as you can see, the 120-hour course, and then part 2 is the 50-hour course in teaching English online, which is $299, but with our discount it comes down to, here we go. I need to put the discounted price on the other slides as well. I did not do that. Where is it? Here. It's coming up. It's coming up. Here. So $299 on the website, but if you use today's live session code, it will be $209 US. So these are our levels. Some people ask about the TEFL levels, and as you can see, the 120-hour course is level 4, and the 170-hour course is actually level 5. So it's actually even better than the 120-hour course. And then we have 220, which is also level 5, 370-hour diploma course. This is level 6. And the highest level that you can do at ITTT is level 7, the 550-hour Expert Diploma package, which includes, I think it has 5 parts. It's quite extensive. It will take quite some time to complete as well. It's not, you can't work through that super fast. So this is great if you are starting out, but you know that you want to teach English as a foreign language, like long term, and you have high goals. You want to do this. You want a more advanced position, like a head teacher position, because it does include the diploma. So yeah, this one is quite advanced. All right, then just going back to this one, I'm sure there's somebody watching right now who has a question, and that's what we're going to do today. So today is a TEFL and TESOL Q&A. We are having a chat. You guys can ask me your questions. We're always doing this on the first in the first live session of the month. Actually, it's the first Friday of the month, but today's Thursday, might be Wednesday where you are. So we are a day early than our normal schedule. But hey, I'm sure there are some new people watching, so it's a great opportunity for you guys who are normally maybe missing out. So let me know your questions. We are live on Facebook and on YouTube as well. So there should be quite a lot of people on both platforms here. And I'm sure you have many questions. Like I said in the beginning, I know that this is like a big move, right? If you want to teach English abroad or also online, if you want to do this, it's quite a big change. It's not to be taken lightly, and I'm sure you have many, many questions, especially if you move abroad to teach. There's so much to go through. How to find a job, which TEFL course to choose. Like, there are a lot of things to think about. So I'm sure you guys have a lot of questions, and that's why I am here today. So let's have a chat. All right, Daniela says, do you get more opportunities if you teach online? So that's a good question. More opportunities. I would say maybe you get different opportunities. So obviously, if you teach English abroad, you are more likely just to teach at one school, maybe, always the same students, one class maybe, or just different classes, but you teach always the same set of students for like the whole semester or year, right? And so you go, it's like a regular day job, right? You go to work usually Monday to Friday, your usual hours. And you do that. You also get opportunities a lot of times if you're looking for them to teach, to tutor students in your free time. So there's a lot of opportunities there. But if you teach online, of course, you can reach people from all over the world, right? There are no limits when it comes to who you can teach and who you can reach. So in my case, I am registered on a platform that's mainly Japanese students or East Asian students. So I teach a lot of students from Japan. Now, I don't live in Japan. I never really yeah, I've been to Japan just twice, but I don't really know much about Japan. But most of my online students are Japanese, so it's really great because I learn so much as well about Japanese culture. And that's really exciting. And I even started learning Japanese myself this year in January. So, yeah, I also have a lot of Chinese students or Korean students online. So it depends. If you are registered on a platform that's like totally global and international, your students could come from anywhere, right? And you can also register on just more than one platform. You don't have to just stick to one platform. Whereas when you teach English abroad, you just work at one school most of the time. So I would not say you get more opportunities, but you just have different opportunities. It's different. You can also have a lot of opportunities when you are abroad. Like I said, you have your main job, the school that you teach at, and then you can also find a lot of tutoring jobs in your free time. So, and you'll find a lot of times. I know this from personal experience in China and Korea. When you live abroad as a foreigner, you can also get a lot of other opportunities. So we have a lot of in Korea. There are a lot of like influencer programs that hire or where you can apply as a foreigner living in Korea. So you can do other things too other than teaching, which is an exciting opportunity. For example, there's like a TESOL program, so you could apply, and then if you get in, you can get to promote TESOL like on your social media platforms. So a lot of countries will also have something like that. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. Awesome. That's a good question. Yeah. Do you get more opportunities if you teach online? Olga says, I'm in Canada right now and I wanted to apply for the job here, but they want a TESOL certified in Canada, Ontario. And one more question before starting the course. Okay. We actually have an InClass center in Canada as well, or I think it's a combined course, actually. So you can complete the online portion. You can complete an online portion first and then we have a combined course in Toronto. Maybe I don't know if that might be interesting to you. That's Ontario, right? I think. Not so sure about Canada, but I'm pretty sure Toronto is in Ontario, right? So here is the link to our combined Canada course. You can check that out, Olga. Looks like this here, also with the discount. And Olga says, I'm not a native speaker, do I need an academic IELTS exam? So this will depend on the employer. You do not need it for taking the TEFL course. So the only requirement to take a TEFL course is you need to be over 18 years old and you need to be fluent in English. And from what I can tell, your grammar is perfect. So I think you are definitely qualified. But for just taking the TEFL course, you don't have to have any English language qualification. Excuse me. Excuse me. However, then if you want to find a job, maybe in Canada as a non-native speaker, they probably want to see English proficiency certificate, the employers. But for taking the TEFL course, it is not necessary. Okay, Ontario. Great. I was right. Toronto is in Ontario. Yay. Awesome. Yeah. So for non-native English speakers, you can take the TEFL course. If you are fluent in English, you don't need to have anything else. But then for working, if you want a job after, of course, teaching English abroad or also online, a English proficiency certificate is always a huge, huge plus. So that's an IELTS or a TEFL or any kind of Cambridge certificate specifically for if you want to work in Europe. In Europe, people really like the Cambridge certificates. So I would definitely add that on as a non-native English teacher. That's a huge plus. It just shows that, you are really fluent in English. Awesome. That's a good question, Olga. Thank you. All right. Next one. Next question. I know somebody out there has a question. Keep them coming. Also, Olga, if you have more questions, keep them coming. There's no limit how many questions you can ask. And I always say there are no stupid questions. So please ask away. Please don't be shy and just ask. Ask, ask, ask. This is free information for you all. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm sitting here. I really want your comments to come, right? I don't want to just sit here staring at my laptop. That would be awkward. So please keep your questions coming. Anything you're curious about. Let me see if there's anything in my slides in particular I want to talk about. That fits. For like the most commonly asked questions, I do have slides that I can also show you then. What we get asked a lot. Got to be prepared. Maybe I always like to mention this because I think, especially if there's new people watching, a lot of people might not know this. So let me show you guys. Okay, let me show you guys this, and then I'm going to answer Daniela's first, though. Daniela says, do we need to retake the TEFL course after a while? Great question. Great question. So luckily, no. TEFL and TESOL courses, certificates, never expire. They never expire. So they are good for life. However, obviously things change sometimes, right, in the teaching world. So just stay on top of it, right? And kind of, so you know what's up to date, what are like the newest teaching methods. So we encourage our teachers to always kind of stay in the field and just stay updated. But you do not need to retake your certificate. They never expire, which is great. You can always, of course, get add-ons, specialization courses. That's what I like to do. So first we actually only had the teaching English to young learners specialization and the teaching business English specialization. And then, like I said earlier, kind of because of the huge boom in online teaching, we also have we introduced a teaching English online course, a specialization. And then I also took that one. So yeah, you just come back and see what's new. And then maybe you can, do another add-on. So those are really, really useful. Okay, then we have Sam here. Hi, Sam. Good morning. How are you doing? All right, this is what I really wanted to show you guys, and I think it's probably too small. I'm just gonna do this. So a lot of you guys maybe not know, maybe don't know that there are a lot of government-funded programs for teachers around the world. So a lot of you guys might know the JET program in Japan or the EPIC program in South Korea, those two. So these are really great because you can apply to them, especially for first-time teachers. You can apply, and they are quite competitive. So you might have to try more than once, but to get in. But they're really great. So usually the EPIC program, once you're in, you can usually renew your EPIC contracts as well. So it's a 1-year or a 2-year contract, and they would place you into schools, usually public schools around South Korea, Japan in this case. And usually you have like a 2-week orientation period, or maybe in Japan might even be 4 weeks. I don't remember quite well. But you have orientation with other JETs or other EPIC program participants. And then you also get apartments, you get housing, you get insurance, you get all of this stuff. You get paid, of course. You don't have to pay anything for the program either. You get paid. And there's just a lot of support there. So they have like support people that you can always contact. I believe they also pick you up from the airport. So there's a lot of support, which is really great for first-time teachers. And usually the salaries in these programs are also higher than usual or normal. And you also get a lot of good vacation days, also more than normal, which is great. So EPIC in South Korea, and then also JET in Japan, very popular. But as you can see, there are actually many, many more of these programs, and new programs are popping up all of the time. So just want to keep that up here. We have the program. One of them is AIA in the Czech Republic. We have CETP in Hungary, EODP in Chile, the NELCAP program in Spain, and there's also more. The NET program, or NET scheme, it is called, in Hong Kong. We have a program in Italy, in SITE. It's called SITE program in Italy. And this is only, I think, in one specific region of Italy. Then TEPIF in France is also very popular. And then the TLG program in Georgia in Europe. And then NELCAP is mentioned twice here. I need to get rid of that one day. Every time I mention it, I see it that it's mentioned twice. But these are very popular government-funded programs that place teachers into schools in their country. So take a screenshot or just remember this. And these are all the websites. So go on there and maybe there's a good program for you. Then Daniela is asking a question. Did you already mention the pricing for the add-ons? I did, but I'm going to mention it again. No problem. Right here. Hold on. Yeah, coming up. Coming up. It's coming up. Okay. Here. These? No. Where is it? Here. Okay. So they are priced at, oh, it's covering it. That's why. $199, but what's one? We need to figure out the discount. Let's see, $199, but you get 30% off, so it is 130 US dollars. Oh, sorry, 139. Let's see, 139 USD for these specializations. So this is if you are already TEFL certified, you already have the standard 120-hour course, then you can just take these as an add-on. 139. But if you don't have the standard course, you can take them together as a bundle. For example, here, the 220-hour master package. That is the 120-hour course plus 2 specialization courses. And then, like I mentioned earlier, the 170-hour is 120-hour course plus 50-hour teaching English online certificate course. So usually if you pick the bundle, it's cheaper than if you buy them all separately. So that's why I recommend that. So, all right, here we have virtual substitute. I'm TEFL certified, graduated from teacher record in China. Okay. Nice. Awesome. Welcome, welcome. Let's see. We talked about this. Yep. This is the 120-hour course. But this is really a massive discount, right? This is really good. 174 with today's discount. Yeah. Maybe also just mentioning this. Of course, money is always a question. How much does a TEFL course cost? And we always say, I mean, you can Google, right? Google TEFL courses, TESOL courses. You come up with hundreds, if not thousands of results. And there are also some free TEFL courses or $20 Groupon TEFL courses. And what I always say is you get what you pay for. So cheap and free TEFL courses, they really aren't going to get you the desired teaching job abroad. They're most likely not even accredited and internationally recognized, and they lack basic things like job assistance or even a hard copy certificate. So just stay away from free TEFL courses because they're just not it. I usually compare this with a budget airline, right? We all know these cheap airlines, the ticket is like super cheap, but then you have to pay for all of the extra things. You have to pay for your check-in bag, you have to pay sometimes even for your boarding pass, you have to pay for water, you have to pay for your seat, you have to pay for everything. So this adds up. It looks like it's great in the beginning, but then all these fees are adding up and it actually ends up costing way more than if you chose a proper TEFL course in the beginning. So I don't recommend it. It's not worth it. And then we have a question from Virtual Substitute. Which program applies to me, please? So you are already TEFL certified. In that case, yeah, I would recommend. So you have this, right? If it has to be at least over 100 hours. So if your TEFL certificate is less than 100 study hours, you would have to do this program or ask us for a top-up option. And then here, no, sorry. What I would recommend, if you already have over 100 hours of study, virtual substitute, you can take these specializations. So we have teaching English online, teaching business English, and teaching English to young learners, so children. And you can, yeah, so you say my TEFL is 120 hours. Yeah, so then you can take all of these would be great depending on what you want to teach in the future. You know, if you want to teach children, you can get the young learners specialization, or if you want to teach English online, you can get the online specialization. If you want to teach business English, you get the business English specialization. Or if you know that you want to be a teacher for a very long time, like you really want to do this and you want to be maybe a head teacher, you want to have a higher position, you can get the diploma course. Oh, wait, I need to go back. I think it's here. Yeah. This one, the 370-hour diploma course. So this one. So this will really add some weight to your CV and resume, and you get professional tutor support as well and a free additional course. And this could be business English, young learners, or teaching online. So if you pick this option, the 370-hour diploma, you get actually 2 courses. The diploma, which is really, really advanced level TEFL teaching, plus one of the specializations. So that's a really good deal. And with today's discount, this is only $419. Yeah, so you could do the diploma course, this one, the orange one, $370, and you can get a free teaching English online specialization course on top of that. Okay, Sam asks, how long does the diploma course last? So all of our courses never expire. They are good for life. And with the diploma course, you have up to 1 year, 12 months to complete this course. And it is quite advanced, so it might take you 6 months to complete, especially if you're working. But you have up to 1 year. You have up to 1 year to do it. And it never expires after that as well. And Olga is asking, does the course include tutor support? Does this course qualify for teaching in Canada, US, and Europe as well? And how is it different from CELTA? Okay, so CELTA is basically a brand name, okay? CELTA is from, there's only one CELTA from one company, so that is kind of their brand name, CELTA. And a TEFL and a TESOL is a different, they do the same thing, okay? It's all for teaching English as a foreign language. But CELTA specifically is a brand name. So that's the difference. And then our courses, they all are internationally recognized, so they are valid everywhere around the world. Also in Canada, in America, in Europe, everywhere. And it does include tutor support. Yes, it is with tutor support. So this means you can ask a tutor from ITTT your questions at any time, and they will get back to you within 24 hours. So that is our tutor support. And then Daniela is asking, what if I took my 120-hour course and would like to take the diploma course in the future? Yeah, so that is also an option. That's totally fine. Then let's see. Yeah. I believe, so for this, if you want to take it later, for this specific question, I think you need to ask my colleagues, courses at TESOL-TEFL. But you, of course, can take the 120-hour first, right? And then whenever you're ready, you can come back and you can do the diploma course. Absolutely. So if you're asking about any financing options, you can just email here and they will let you know exactly. So yeah, because we don't have a bundle that is just 120-hour and the diploma, we don't have that. So they are separate. But if you, for example, do, excuse me, if you do the only one would be the 550-hour, right? Which is 120-hour course, all of the specializations and the diploma. So you could do that, and then you have a lot of time to complete everything. You have 2 years, more than 2 years, 2.5 years for everything. Yeah. And we also have installment payments. So we offer that as well. You don't have to pay everything up front. You can pay in installments. So you can email us here. My finance team, they know all about that. I'm not good with numbers. That's why I'm here on Facebook. And I'm a language teacher. I'm not good with numbers and math. Okay. Sam says, can you cover multiple units in the diploma course? So essentially, can it be done in less than 6 months? Absolutely, yes. I believe so. With the 120-hour course, you can complete either 2 or 3 units. I think it's 2 units per day. I imagine with the diploma one, it's similar. I actually have not taken the diploma course, so I'm not 100% sure, but I imagine it's the same. So you can definitely complete it faster, especially if you have a lot of time. So for example, just to give you a comparison, the 120-hour course, let me just make myself bigger. The 120-hour course, you have up to 6 months to complete that course, but most people finish it in half the time. And me too. I completed it in three, maybe 4 months. And I was working full time as well. So, and I only did a couple of hours per week. I think, and it took me 3 to 4 months. So you could probably, if you have a lot of time and you are really behind it, you can finish it in less than 6. I would say that's possible. Always depends on your own like personal study style, you know, and how much time you have. So yeah, thanks. Parkash, how are you doing, Parkash? Hi. We are doing a live Q&A session. So you guys can ask me your questions. I still have a little bit of time here today. So feel free, reach out. Good stuff, a lot of good stuff here about our courses. And of course, maybe let me mention this again. We do have a 30% off discount code, of course, as every live session, right? And let me just share that again with you guys. So everybody that's tuning in can get this discount code. It looks like this. It ends with FB Live minus Linda. There we go. FB Live minus Linda. You click on that and it will take you to our application page. And you will see right at the top, it says register for your TEFL TESOL course. And under that, in like orange, it says congratulations, you're being granted a 30% discount on every online course and on every InClass course deposit. So when it says that, congratulations, you know you have the right link with 30% off. And as you can see here on this, if you're checking it out right now, it says the registration process is free and does not commit you in any way. So you can just fill this out and then, you know, come back to it later. You don't have to pay for this right away and make a decision right now. You don't have to do that. Then it also says anyone fluent in English and aged 18 and over is eligible for our courses. So anyone fluent in English, which means native, of course, and non-native English speaker. No English proficiency certificate required, anything like that, nothing. Also, no previous experience or qualifications are required. So nothing. You don't even need to have a degree, okay, to take this course. And it says register today and receive a free e-guide covering the basics of TEFL and TESOL. So you also get that. And then all online courses are entirely flexible and self-paced. Work at your own pace in your own time from anywhere in the world and from multiple devices if you want. So that's why our courses are so great. All right, let me take this next question here from Virtual Substitute. Are students required to make videos of themselves simulating teaching? So no, in the regular courses, you don't have to do that. You have to complete at the end a summative task, which is like an essay that you need to write. And after every unit, there is a multiple choice quiz, also testing. And then you need to pass minimum of 75% at the end to pass the course out of all of the multiple choice questions. And then also your summative task, if that is satisfactory, it will be checked by our tutors, and then you will pass. But you don't have to record yourself teaching. However, we do have that as a specialized add-on where you can record yourself teaching and then you get an additional teaching practice certificate. We also have that, but it's not required in the regular course. Parkash asks, are there job opportunities for non-natives in South Korea? Yes. So if you're asking specifically for teaching opportunities, I think, so with that is a little bit more difficult because Korea, you need to get an E2 visa as an English teacher. If you don't have another visa that allows you to live and work in Korea, there are other types of visas. So if you have one of those, you can also find positions as a non-native English speaker in Korea. But if you're coming, from your country and you don't have any other visas for Korea, the typical visa that you get as an English teacher is the E2 visa. And for this E2 visa, you need to be from one of 7 English-speaking countries. You need to have a passport from there, which is America, USA, Canada, Ireland, the UK, South Africa, Australia, and New Zealand. So only those countries. And However, they also have a I wouldn't call it loophole, but an extra opportunity for Indian citizens for the EPIC program. That is for the EPIC program in Korea. And so if you are fluent in English, obviously you have a TEFL certificate and you also have an Indian teaching license, then you can also work in Korea as an Indian citizen. So yes, Sam, thank you. Yes, that's exactly what I meant. So you're supposed to make and send a video of yourself teaching when you're doing the CTPR. That is the other teaching practice recognition certificate, what I was mentioning, which is a practical teaching certificate. Yes. So if you're doing that, then you have to send in a video. So thanks for that. And then Olga has a question. So after completing the course online, how and where do we take an exam, and do we have to show work with students? So actually that's just what I just talked about. So I probably answers your question, but just again, when you're doing the course online, after every unit, there is a assessment, a multiple choice assessment. So 20 units and 20 short assessments, and you need to have an average of over 75% to pass the course. And then at the end, there's also a summative task, which is an essay. So you have to write an essay about a certain topic, and then you pass the course. So you don't have to record yourself. You don't have to show any teaching with students. This is all done through our platform, through the assessments and the summative task. And then once you pass that, you get your PDF version of your certificate right away. And we're also sending you, obviously, a hard copy certificate in the mail to you wherever you are in the world. So you have both. And with the PDF version, you can start applying right away, right? Okay. And actually, yeah, like the paper hard copy certificate is great to have, of course, for yourself, but you actually probably don't even have to really use that like in the real world, because you're applying mostly online. So you just need a PDF, like scanned version of your certificate, unless you are applying, in a country like in China, or I believe in Vietnam, where a TEFL certificate is required, then you need to show it like at the embassy, and then they want to see the original. But I think in most cases, really, you don't even need to see the hard copy certificate at all. So anyway, that's just that. Nice. Thank you guys so much for your questions. That's really, really, really interesting, useful, and I hope my answers are okay. Trying my best. But yeah, we still have a couple of minutes, so if there's still something you want to ask and talk about, now is your chance. I'm starting to take the last couple of questions now, so now is your last chance to ask away. I'm almost done with my coffee, so that means we're about to close this live session. Parkaj is asking, which place is best to take in-class courses with good job opportunities? Yeah, great question. So we have really popular in-class courses. One of the most popular ones is really in Thailand. So Chiang Mai is really popular, or Phuket. And then you can also find teaching positions in Thailand right after. So that's really popular. Also, Czech Republic, Prague is very popular. It's a great center. The people there are really nice, and they also help you get a job afterwards. Also, Tokyo is a really good center that we have. We have one that's really great in Rome. We have a lot of in-class centers, so it really depends. We also have one, I'm not sure where you're from, but we have one in Kathmandu as well that's very popular. And one of our, Amitabha, who was here earlier, I'm not sure if Amitabha's still here, but Amitabha took that in-class course in Kathmandu a couple of years ago. So that one was really good. They said. So yeah. Yeah, see, there you go. Virtual Substitute says my TEFL school charges about $50 for a hard copy TEFL. Yeah, for us, ITTT, it's free. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm not sure, if, but yeah, that's one of the benefits of ITTT. You get a lot of extra things for free with ITTT. Okay, yeah, Amitava still here. I'm very much here. Awesome, great. Yeah, and you enjoyed your in-class course in Kathmandu, right? And Sam is asking, how come we're live on Thursday instead of the usual Friday? I will not be here tomorrow, that's why. Sorry. So I didn't want to skip it completely. I just still wanted to be here for you guys. So that's why I'm doing it today, not tomorrow. If you want to know where I will be tomorrow or tonight, follow me on Instagram at Linda Goes East, and you can follow in my stories where I'm going. Very excited. But anyway, that's going to be a secret. You need to follow and check my stories out first. Tonight, in a couple of hours, it will be revealed. All right, good. Let's see. Who has a question? Final question. All right. Amitava says, I done my in-class intensive 4 weeks course from Setra, Kathmandu in Nepal way back in June 2019. Nice. Okay. Cool. Sam asks, should I mention other certificates in communication I earned during post-graduation in my resume? Absolutely, especially communication, because what are teachers doing? They are communicating with their students, right? So a degree, a certificate in communication is great. What I wouldn't mention is if you have a certificate in gardening or knitting or something like that. That's totally not related. Probably wouldn't put that on a resume for teaching, but communication, all of these things, also managing, teamwork. I don't know, even I would even put computer skills, I would put on there as well. Language skills, of course. So those are related, and they show, you are, especially with languages, they show that you are adaptable, that you're interested in foreign cultures and countries. So yeah, I would definitely put that on there, Sam. Okay, Virtual Substitute asks, what is a specialization? Please explain. How may that help me? Okay, good point. Yes. A specialization is a top up or add on to your standard TEFL course. So the standard TEFL course is the 120-hour course, right? That is the full standard TEFL course. It teaches you all the basics of teaching English, teaching skills, methodologies, English grammar things, all of that. A specialization is something that you can add to this existing certificate. So at ITTT, we have a specialization in teaching English to young learners. So teaching English to children, for example. We also have business English and teaching English online. So that means they are 50-hour courses. They are shorter, smaller, also less expensive. There are add-ons that focus on this specific field. So in the case of the teaching English to young learners, you will learn techniques, teaching ideas, classroom management things, all of the things that are important when you teach English to children. It goes more in depth onto this specific field. So, and the same for teaching business English. Teaching business English is very different, a very different kind of teaching than regular teaching. And so is teaching English to children, very different, right? Than teaching just normal teaching. You have to kind of know a couple of other things for teaching business English as well. So depending on what you want to do, if you want to teach English to children, or you want to work for companies, or you want to teach business English to business professionals, you can take these add-ons, specializations, that just teach you more about how to teach these subgroups. And young learners and business English and teaching English online are the three biggest fields, branches of English teaching, basically. So that's what a specialization is. I hope that makes sense. And so a lot of why should you get that? So the 120-hour course, like I said, is the standard course, which means many people will have that. Many people have the 120-hour TEFL course. So when you apply, you stand out when you have a specialization as well. Especially, imagine you're applying at a English kindergarten in Korea. Somebody who has a 120-hour certificate on the resume, and then you have the 120-hour certificate plus teaching English to young learners. Which one is going to be more attractive to the school? It's going to be yours because you have that specialization add-on. So that's kind of in simple terms what that means. I hope that makes sense. Let me know if it didn't, and I'll explain better. Okay, Sam says, I have a certificate for communication, conflict management, and cooperation, and French. Barely earned the French one, though. Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Put that on there. Absolutely. Put all of that on there. That's great. Put it on there. On your resume, for sure. Amitava says, in addition to that 120 hours TEFL course certificate, I had a free offer from ITTT, and I took the 220-hour online TESOL diploma course also way back in April 2021. Awesome. Great. And Parkush is asking, is there any ITTT InClass course in the UAE? Unfortunately not in the UAE. No. Let me just double check. Sometimes we add new locations, but not that I'm aware of, unfortunately. No. Unfortunately not in the UAE. Thinking like what would be close, but maybe the closest one would be Egypt, to be honest. Yeah. So you can check all of our course locations here on the site. I'm just going to share the link with you. You can check all of them and the dates, so you can see if they fit with your schedule as well. Here. Okay. Good stuff, guys. Thank you so much. I think we're going to come to an end. So if somebody has like a really, really quick final question, I'm going to take it. And if not, I'm going to say goodbye to you guys very soon. We're in over 1 hour now. Usually we do this 1 hour, or it just gets too big and too long. And I will be back again next week anyway. Next week, there will be another live session, and you can ask me your questions then as well. So that's why I always say like and follow, so you get the notifications when we go live. And when we always share a couple of days in advance when we go live. So follow us on Facebook, our Facebook page, and YouTube, so you get notified when we schedule a live session. So, yeah. Let's see if there's a final question. And if not, I'm just going to say goodbye soon. But I'm just waiting like a couple of seconds now to see if anything's coming through, if somebody's typing. But yeah. Sam says, please enjoy your weekend and your trip. Catch you in the next. Oh, thank you so much, Sam. Same. Have a wonderful weekend. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. Well, it's just Thursday. I think it's in some places where you're watching it might still be Wednesday, and we're talking about the weekend. But anyway, thank you so much. All right, I think no more questions are coming through now. Then I thank you guys so much for asking all your questions today. It was really, really great. I hope you learned something new today. I hope I answered your questions. And if not, you can always email us. Again, this is courses@tesol-tefl.com. We also have a big FAQ section on our website. You can check that out with literally all the questions answered that you can think of. And again, I will be back next week again. So you can ask me your questions then as well. Mitava says, thanks a lot, Linda, for your kind words and suggestions. I hope you have a nice and enjoyable weekend. Goodbye and good luck. Thank you. Same to you. Have a great weekend, guys, everybody. And stay healthy, happy. And please join me again next week. I would love to see you and discuss further. Thank you so much. And yep, I'm out. Thank you, guys. Bye.